Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to high school volleyball here on Next Level Broadcasting tonight. It's Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds taking on the Lady Ironman of Mancelona High School. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Jack Cordy. We finally found enough in the budget to get Jack a mic, and so he can join the broadcast, and I can't have one-sided conversations with him from my place on the mic.
Yeah, I know it's kind of funny and awkward because the other games that we did, I was just sitting here talking the whole time, but, we didn't have the mic. So, unfortunately, you couldn't hear anything I was saying, but now it seems like we're good to go.
When the reviews come rushing in after the first set, we'll see if the people like you with or without the microphone.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out after this one if we should get it taken away or just keep you on here, Pat. Hopefully it goes well.
I hope it goes well, too, because it gets tiring doing this by yourself.
I know. You're just sitting there talking to yourself. Like, you don't have anyone to reflect questions off of, no one to give you confidence, no one to tell you, like, hey, you're doing a great job, Pat, which normally I do at the break. But you'll get that today.
I can't wait. It'll give me that extra boost of energy I need. Schultz Blue Zimmerman up front for the Snowbirds. We're just about underway. And here we go. First serve is dug up nicely by Jeffers in the back row, but it goes out.
Yeah, when a serve's coming like that, Patrick, and it just bounces off the top of the net, it's got to be hard to read the trajectory of the ball because you think it's coming in straight, then it hits the net and messes it up. Good hustle there by Kenzie Jeffers, unfortunately able to make the play.
Zimmerman gets it up to Schultz for her first kill opportunity, and she's 1 for 1 early on. Unable to dig it up was the libero for the Ironman, Chastity Vassal, the junior, and the Snowbirds have their first service, Abby Zimmerman.
If I am Abby Zimmerman, I'm setting it to Schultz every chance I get, Pat.
She's a specimen, that's for sure, the sophomore for the Snowbirds. Jeffers. There goes Schultz with her second opportunity. Mancelona digs that one up. They'll have a chance. Free ball over for the Snowbirds. Jeffers, Zimmerman. Here comes Schultz again, right up the gut. Unable to dig it out of Mancelona, and the Snowbirds are up 2-1.
Another good spike there by Schultz, and just a little miscommunication there by the Lady Ironman. But you see that happen in volleyball all the time. It goes right in between them. Who's going to get the ball? I'm sure the coach, that's exactly what she's telling them right now. Just communicate better, and we'll be able to make the play.
Nice set there by Hanley on the last play. There's an ace for Zimmerman. The Snowbirds up 3-1. Jack, I think the Snowbirds have a nice chance tonight to get to even in the conference at 2-2. It looks like early on, at least, they can outmatch this Mancelona team.
Yeah, so far they're doing good, but again, Pat, it's early in the game, and the St. Mary's is at their best lineup with Zimmerman back there serving for him.
Deep kill, that'll go way out. Good communication there by the Snowbirds, and Zimmerman's on a little run here. 3 straight points for the Snowbirds.
Good communication there by the Snowbirds, able to let their players know that it's going out of bounds. Again, like I said earlier, with communication, it's one of the biggest parts of volleyball.
Another good service up. This return hits the rafters, so Mancelona will come over early with it. Zimmerman backs it to Blues. The lefty uses her right hand to get it over, and Mancelona can't return it. So Gracie a little uncomfortable there using her right when she's left-handed, but hey, it worked out.
And Mancelona just looks a little shook right now, Patrick. They should have been able to make that play right there, but luckily for Blues and the Birds, the ball is able to drop in, and they got another point on the board. They're up 5-1 right now.
Schultz just said something to Abby Zimmerman. Oh, off the net again, and Abby's unable to come up with that one. So Mancelona ends a streak of 4 straight, and it's 5-2.
And that's a good run right, though, there for the Birds. They're up 5-2 here in their home gym. So we got a substitution right now for the Lady Ironman as they're sending it right over.
We're going to get it right back.
And that's the one thing, the Ironman making a mistake right there in their serve. It's a bad serve, and that's the thing that's going to kill you in volleyball. The last time St. Mary's played, they had about 5 mistakes in the serve, and you just can't really expect to win any games when you're making that many mistakes serving the ball.
Yeah, Coach Schultz said before the game that they're averaging, as we get a call here on the net violation on the Ironman, Coach Schultz said they're averaging 5 missed serves a game. I mean, that's 5 points. And like you said, Jack, it can really be rally killers.
Yeah, exactly, Pat. And, you do a great job, say the other team is on a run, and then you finally get the ball back, and then you mess up on the serve. It's exactly what happened right there. They get the ball back, and they're trying to get some points going, and it's got to be tough when you serve it out of bounds. Also with volleyball, you got to be really careful. The Ironman lost a point there, being up on the net. That's just got to be so hard to remember.
Well, and you're using all your effort to return the ball, and you're not allowed to touch the thing in the middle.
That's got to be pretty tough. As the Ironman right there, nice little ace right there, and it's 7-4, only down by 3.
Deep serve, and it was out. Good call. Coach Blues, the assistant. You might have heard them sitting at home there on your couch. Nice, powerful voice, and Snowbirds don't touch it.
Even through that mask, he's able to get his point across, Pat.
Ava Schultz with the service for the Birds. A nice one dug up there by 10, Lexi That's 10, Emily Bennett. I was looking at the Snowbird JV roster. That would not get me where I need to go.
That would get you nowhere, Pat. I wonder, you know, it seems like the ball hits these rafters a lot. Is this gym, you know, shorter than other gyms as it almost goes off the rafters once again?
I think it is, Jack. I'd have to get the tape measure out, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't want you going up there, Pat. I don't see that ending too well as Ironman able to get another point on the board. But at St. Mary's, you know, I'm guessing every team they match up with, they're either shorter or about the same height as every other team. But what they make up for in height, they make up for with hustle and working hard.
Well, and it's positioning, too. I mean, you really have to know the game of volleyball and know where you need to be. I think that was a double hit, yeah.
Those rafters are just killers, Pat. You can't hit it up too high. It's like playing basketball, you know, in a small garage. You really can put no arc on your shot. That's really got to
Not that you ever have any arc on your shot as it is.
Well, exactly. Well, good serve right there by Eliza Hanley.
But, you know, both teams playing in the gym. Of course, St. Mary's, being that they practice in this gym, they have a bit of an advantage. But the Ironman will adjust. Your bumps just can't go up that high. Zimmerman will get a set here. Nice kill there by Marilyn Harbin. She had a great night last Thursday night in the Snowbird loss. I thought she really kept the Snowbirds in the game, especially in that second and third sets, both with her services and some blocks at the net, Jack. And we saw that East Jordan squad last week had some height. And some nice kill by Schultz right up the right side. But, yeah, I thought Marilyn Harbin just had a great night last Thursday.
Yeah, Marilyn Harbin did a great job. Even though they lost, Pat, they still were able to do solid in the game. You know, back to the rafters, it's got to be tough, though, when the ball is coming in so hot. You really have I mean, you can't control how high the ball goes when you're digging it up.
You got to put the spin on it, though, Jack.
Got to put the spin on it.
We just saw Madison Wilcox, the senior, do it right there. And the Snowbirds all of a sudden built a 7-point lead, their largest of the first set, 12-5. And
good call there.
Coach Davis needs a timeout. She's going to get things set up and try to regroup for this Lady Ironman team. We'll come back in 55 seconds with the audio on Next Level Broadcasting. A little bit. Welcome back. St. Mary's Volleyball here. Midway through the first set, Snowbirds lead 12-5. Hanley has a service for the Snowbirds, and we're underway. Oh, nice kill there, but dug up nicely by Hanley. Harbin's got to get it over. She does. It probably would have been out, but it was played on the near side here by Mancelona. Schultz has the bump. Zimmerman will set it up for Jeffers, and she'll just a small kill over. Mancelona has a chance at it. Nice dig there by Schultz. Harbin. Oh, a little miscommunication there for the Snowbirds, but they regroup. Schultz, Zimmerman. Here's Jeffers with her first kill opportunity. Little set over the net instead. Nice long rally, the longest of the game so far. Back set here for Harbin, and Marilyn Harbin finds it. Nice kill by Harbin all the way across, and Rick Sides on the far side said emphatically, Jack, that was in. That
was in. Good call there by the referees, and an excellent spike there by Harbin, able to sneak it all the way across and land it right on the line. Good job there by Harbin.
Hanley's second service. It's a good one. A lot of power on that one. Going to be tough to kill this one over, but they do. Hanley's there, bumps it right back over the net. Free ball, Ironman. Back to the Snowbirds. It's out. And the Snowbirds lead is 9, 14-5.
And the Ironmen right now, they're just hurting themselves right now. They're hitting the ball out of bounds. They're hitting it off the net. You know, they're getting 4 hits per possession. They really just got to lock in. Coach was hoping they would do better after that timeout.
Yeah, I mean, the Snowbirds came out of that timeout much better than the Ironmen. Zimmerman saves it at the net. Excellent play by Abby. That's a third or fourth time this season I've seen her play an excellent ball off the net. Keeps the point alive for the Snowbirds. That's got to be tough, Jack. Oh, might have been out.
That's got to be really tough to make that play, you know. But it seems like this net is loose, so if it's going off the net, you know you're going to get a nice bounce off the bottom, and she's done a great job of reading that these past few games. An excellent dig there by Claire Gilling as well. We noticed she wasn't starting the first game we did, but now she's moved up into the starting lineup, and she's doing a great job.
Well, and Coach Schultz has really increased his rotation. That first match that we saw, Jack, it was pretty much just the starters on the floor. We saw a little bit of Kaylee McKinley. Claire Gilling came in late, a little bit of Haley Fisher, but really last Thursday against East Jordan, we saw him go to his bench pretty consistently through the whole match, and they were right there with East Jordan. Again, I think personally probably a more talented team than the Snowbirds. They were able to hang around, though. Marilyn Harbin, again, right place, right time with the block. Miscommunication as it came back across, but great. I mean, Marilyn Harbin's what, Jack? 5'5", maybe?
5'5", something like that, but just a little miscommunication there by the Snowbirds. Got a little too excited, started celebrating when the good play by Harbin, but Mancelona able to get the ball back over the net and get a point. 14-8, Snowbirds are up.
Schultz has it, a nice kill opportunity. Mancelona have a tough over, and they get it. Jeffers is there. Zimmerman right back to Kinsey Jeffers. Nice job. Little change up and down, and the Snowbirds lead is 7. It's 15-8.
You know, it's so funny with Jeffers, you know, sometimes she spikes the ball and it goes 100 miles an hour off her hand, and that one she spikes and it looks like it went in a little slow motion. I don't know if she meant to do that on purpose or not. Also, Pat, are they allowed to cross that middle line? What happens if you cross the middle line, if you don't touch the net? Do we know that rule?
You can cross it. Your feet can cross it as long as you don't hit the net coming through.
Gotcha.
But you gotta get right back over.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Good play there by the Ironman. Just drops it right over the St. Mary front line.
Service for the Ironman here is 10, Emily Bennett. And Haley Fisher will check in for Ava Schultz. Blues was in for Gilling before the last point. Another chance for Kinsey. Nice kill. Attempted block over there was number 9 of the Ironman, Amelia Spires, the sophomore.
And that's got to be really tough, Patrick. You jump up, you're confident, the ball hits your hands, you think you got the block, and it drops right in front of you on your side.
Good effort, poor execution. Schultz back in, Fisher sits down. Jeffers jump serve, nice spin on it. And it's an ace. Snowbirds lead is 8.
And Jeffers has changed her serve from the beginning, from the start of the season. She was just, serving from the line. Now she likes to run back. It's working out for her, so I guess do whatever works for you.
It's got to be a tough serve to return here. Oh, Snowbirds, what great effort. Jeffers, Zimmerman, and Blues able to return it for the Birds. Zimmerman back to Blues, uses her left and gets it. Partial block at the net again, this time by 6, Cadence Davis.
And the Snowbirds are getting everything they want right now. They're controlling the ball. They're forcing the Ironman to take bad shots. When there's a mistake, and that's it right there, Patrick. Kinsey Jeffers has a few good serves in a row and gets her team points, but then you just kill it right there. It's an 18-10 game. Ball goes back to the Ironman. You could lose momentum, but right now the Snowbirds have most of the momentum because all of those long sets, they've won most of them.
Harbin, Zimmerman will go over to Schultz. Boom! How do you return that, Jack? I mean, that's just a great kill.
You just have to pray it goes right to you, Patrick, and then you have to pray you hit it straight up into the air. I mean, that ball
but not so high that it hits the rafters.
Not so high that it goes in the rafters, and that ball right there went all the way into the bleachers. As Abby Zimmerman back to serve for the Snowbirds.
9-point lead, chance to close out the first set. That's a nice serve. Up in the rafters it goes. I mean, you can't play that. What do you do?
As a coach, stop hitting the ball so high?
I mean, that's what I would say.
I think this is probably going to be happening all year in the Monsieur Kaminsky Gymnasium.
Zimmerman into the net. That's the third time this set that the Snowbirds have killed a little run.
And again, they are lucky that they're up by 9 points right now. In a tight game, that could just really kill your team.
Ava Schultz, little two-handed touch. Whatever gets the job done, they get the point, and they're up 10.
But again, Pat, they're not communicating. After that, it was a nice block attempt. Ball goes in the air, but they're all waiting back for someone to go get it. You just got to go get it yourself. Yeah. I mean, if there's going to be no communication, I'd rather have all 6 players jumping after the ball than 0 and everyone standing there looking at point the finger.
Nice touch there by the senior Madison Wilcox, just over the blockers of the Snowbirds, and so the Ironmen will get the service back. Who has it? Amelia Spires, the sophomore.
And they got to go on a little run here, down by 9. They got to get something going. St. Mary's is close to ending this.
Off the net, played by Schultz. Zimmerman to Hanley. I think that was in. And it was. A nice kill again, that time by Hanley.
Right on the line, and that's just I didn't hear anything called up by the Ironman pad. The one thing right now that's killing them is miscommunication as Claire Gilling is checking back in for Gracie Blues. They must prefer to have Claire on the back line and Blues on the front line. They've been doing that substitution consistently.
Claire's a back row player.
David Schultz
she does
serves
well
it right
at
into the net. No, she does do well. That's got to be why she's worked her way into the starting lineup. And like you were saying last week with East Jordan, that's a non-conference game, so Coach Schultz is able to afford doing all those substitutions in a game that it matters, of course, but it's not for conference standings.
Hanley with the kill. Going to be a tough return for the Ironmen. They won't get there. Really nice effort over there in the back row by the libero, Chastity Vassell, the junior. But she had very little chance to get that one back over. And Hanley, 2 points left in the set, has a chance to close it out for the Snowbirds. Nice, powerful serve over. Ironman will have a chance at it. There's Gilling on the back row. Gets the save, but goes out of bounds, so it'll be a point for the Ironman. Nice kill over there by, that's number
6, Patrick.
Davis.
And that ends a streak of several volleys where the Ironmen were unable to get any spikes. But good job. Good job there by the Ironmen.
Better communication. They had a nice set play. That one was out. And the Snowbirds will have a chance at set point here. It'll be either Hanley or Harbin going to the service line. It'll be Harbin.
And the Snowbirds right now up by 10 as,
Blues comes back in for Gilling as she rotates forward.
And good job by all the players here and all the fans, social distancing, wearing their masks. Good job by the players not touching each other, keeping their distance. You love to see it. You would hate to see, sports shut down for something like that. I mean, it got canceled. Now it's back on again. No one wants to see it go down.
Harbin into the net. So the Snowbirds will have to wait at least one more point.
He said five per game? Or 5 per set?
5%. 5%, yeah.
5 per set.
Yeah.
That's killer, Patrick. Man, but they do it right back.
Snowbirds win the first set 25-15. We'll be back with you in a few on Next Level Broadcasting. Welcome back to high school volleyball here on Next Level Broadcasting. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Jack Cordy, Luke Datum on the board, Charles Strail on the camera for us tonight, bringing you this game live into your living room from the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium. Jack, what impressed you about that first set for the Snowbirds?
You know, the Snowbirds right there, they were just controlling the volleys. You know, there were several volleys that lasted longer than, I guess I don't know much of volleyball lingo. I got to get down with it. But it would go from St. Mary's to Mancelona to St. Mary's to Mancelona. But
volleys, rallies.
They did a good job of controlling those, and you know, a lot. They didn't. It wasn't more what they did right. It was more what Mancelona did wrong. They had several bad serves, which although St. Mary's did as well. But plays like right there, you know, they got three. They got on their third hit, they got a spike ready to go, and they just hit it right into the net. So the Ironman just got to get it down. Hopefully the coach gave him a good talking to and let them know what they got to do to improve. As Zimmerman is ready to serve here for the Snowbirds.
I think one thing that the Ironmen struggled with specifically in that first set was just the communication. They didn't have a lot of great communication. That one.
That was close.
Can we get that on replay?
That was close. That was close. Come on, Data must slide us the replay.
What do you think, Charles? Was that in? Oh, he says out. Okay.
All
Charles says out. He's our official line judge on the camera tonight.
Sorry, the replay is not in the budget yet, folks. That one was in, no doubt.
Nice job there by Davis. Sets it right to the back corner in that first position, and no one was there for the Snowbirds.
And that's such a tricky move. That's got to be a hard read to make. You know, Mancelona senses that all the Snowbirds are up on the net, and they're just able to set it right over him as a good dig right there by Kinsey Jeffers.
Oh, here comes Schultz with the kill. Gosh. That's brutal.
Just get out of the way. Just move. And I wonder their forearms got a bruise a lot, right? I want to say when I played volleyball in gym class, I would wake up the next day and my forearms were sore, and I felt like a wimp. That's got to be tough to do that every time.
Maybe you just build up calluses and it doesn't affect you. There's Harbin at the net again with a block. Jack, she's so headsy when it comes to making blocks. She knows exactly where to be, and that's already her second one of this match.
And she's only a sophomore, junior. The roster doesn't say what grade they're in. St. Mary's, Jen Jeffers, maybe we can get on that and get what grade these St. Mary players are in. But yeah, Harbin making great plays out there as she did last week and she continues to do right now. St. Mary's is playing great volleyball. They're up 5-1 right now. The Ironman got to get something going. You don't want to fall down 2-0. Hard to come back from that.
Blues with the service. Tough overrunning it a little bit there was Lauren Kirby, the senior setter for the Ironmen. So Blues will have another serve with a 5-point lead.
And all Blues has got to do is just get the ball over the net. That's what has been successful now. Just get the ball over the net. Doesn't matter if it's coming in fast.
Fancy. Let Mancelona make the error. There's another one. I mean, you don't need anything fancy. Just get it over the net and see if Mancelona will make an error. So far, they have been.
Hopefully, number one for Mancelona. Lauren Kibbe is doing okay. She's limping right now. She seems to be one of the key players for the Ironmen.
Nice serve right to the back row for Blues. Blocked at the net by Schultz. Mancelona has a chance to get it over, and they do. Ava to Abby, back to Ava, and this went off her hand a little bit wrong off to the side. Claire Gilling will check in for the Birds. In a 7-2 second set. Snowbirds again won the first set 25-15 and an early lead here in this second one. They're trying to get their second Ski Valley sweep. Their first came against Forest Area a couple of weeks ago over in their gym as Zimmerman gets it over the net. And nothing going for Mancelona on the return. Tough play there by Amelia Spires, unable to get it where she needed it to, and Schultz has a serve.
And there's nothing more to say, Patrick. They're just hurting themselves. That's really all you can say about it. Like I said earlier, St. Mary's isn't doing all St. Mary's is doing is getting the ball over the net, except on that serve by Ava Schultz. And I can see a lot of just a serve practice coming up for the Snowbirds here.
Well, that was Charles Strail talked to Coach Schultz before the game, and that was just his number one key was serves. You can't give them away free points. Just keep the serves in play and give yourself a chance at the points.
Well, you're saying if they average 5, that's 5 points that's handed right to the other team, but it could kill a run. Right. You know, maybe you have someone that's really good at.
It was deep, but it hit Kaylee McKinley.
That's a good timeout there by Coach Schultz.
Coach Schultz wants a timeout. We'll take a minute break with audio here on Next Level Broadcasting. 8-5 second set play here at the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium. Pat O'Connor joined by Jack Cordy. It's Snowbird volleyball. That service just came out, but the near side official says it was touched by Kaylee McKinley.
And St. Mary's is just, they're only up by 2, but this is the closest the game has been between the last 2.
Harbin gets it over. Nice touch. Free ball for McKinley. Here's Zimmerman. She'll set up Jeffers with the kill. Got it. Point Snowbirds. They needed that one, and it's back to a 3-point lead. Schultz will check back in the game for the libero, Kaylee McKinley.
And a nice attempt at a dig right there. I believe that was number 12 for the Ironman. That's going to be Madison Wilcox. Tried to go for the one-handed dig. But, you know, those one-handed digs are tough. Sometimes they go your way. Sometimes they don't. It's a good spike there by Zimmerman. She is just controlling the front of the net. She's a big reason why the Snowbirds are dominating right now.
Zimmerman, that's not her game all the time, the kill. She's the setter for the Snowbirds, but she sees her opportunities, and she will strike when she can. The deep serve there. And again, the Snowbirds a free point back to Mancelona.
But she's got some hops, Patrick. I mean, that net's pretty tall, and she's getting her hands above it each time, no doubt.
I think one time in high school I was able to touch the top of the net. At the peak of my athletic
for
career.
Basketball? For volleyball?
No, the volleyball.
Come on, Pat.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Come on, Pat. I'd love to see you do it now. You'd probably be a decent volleyball player, a guy like your size.
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say about my size.
I'm just saying I think you'd be good. A good dig, Patrick. Oh, it's a nice ace there. More miscommunication there by the Ironman.
That kind of sounds like an insult.
Pat, I would never insult you.
Let's move on. Harbin will have her second service. 5-point lead, the second set for the Snowbirds. They won the first 25-15. Folks, stay tuned. In between the second and third set, instead of thanking our many sponsors, we're going to stay right here and chat with Brady Hunter about the Snowbirds' upcoming contest on the road against Forest Area this
Brady
Friday
Hunter's
night.
Coming on the radio?
Yeah.
I love that, man. He did a great job color commentating last
He did.
time.
I tuned in. He filled a
St.
big
Mary
vacancy.
legend.
That's right.
Man, the Ironmen just killing themselves right now. The coach is going to get a nice timeout. Good call there by the Ironman coach.
Let's take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Next Level Broadcasting. Harbin still at the service line for the Snowbirds. We're back here on Next Level Broadcasting. Snowbirds lead 14-7, won the first set 25-15. Looking for a straight set Ski Valley match win to bring their Ski Valley record to 2-2. Here's Harbin's serve. It's up and over. Mancelona's got to get over. They do. Dug up nicely by Hanley. Zimmerman, Bloost. Nice touch with the right hand. The lefty again uses the right, and Coach Schultz points at his own head and then points at Gracie Blues, saying that was a headsy move, and it was. Snowbirds get a point.
Maybe that was a play call by Coach Schultz. Do they have plays in volleyball?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
We could get into that later. I'd have to Google them.
We'll have Brady explain that to us. He seems to know all the plays and all the rules for just about every sport.
Yeah.
But again, the Ironman right there with more miscommunication as we're going to have the substitution. That's going to be number 3 coming into the game, Sierra Harris, and she takes out Elizabeth Anger.
Harbin gets it over again, and Jack, that's really just for the Snowbirds. Number one thing, just get it back over, or get it over on the serve, and let Mancelona struggle to get it back over the net.
They're either hitting it out of bounds or miscommunicating or bouncing it off the rafters. You know, there's not a whole lot you can do when you're making these mistakes, Patrick.
Harbin for her 4th in a row with a 10-point lead. It's up and over. Fisher, Zimmerman, Gracie Blues. This time a lefty kill, a little bit too deep. Not able to get enough downspin on it. And the service goes back over to the Lady Ironman.
A solid spike, just a little bit out of bounds there by Gracie Lewis. But her, Jeffers, and Zimmerman right now are doing a great job running that front net for the Snowbirds. And it's only going to get better once Schultz checks back into the game.
Oh, Coach Blue said deep, but I don't know, Jack. That might have been in. So good play there by Hanley. Davis tries to get it over for the Ironman. Hanley, Zimmerman, back set to Blues with the left hand. That time it's in, but dug up nicely by the Ironman. Zimmerman this time goes over to Jeffers. She has a chance at a kill. It's off the net. That would be 4 hits for the Snowbirds. Just kind of rode along the top of that net and then fell on the Snowbird side.
Yeah, good job there by the Ironman, able to get the ball back. Let's see if they can make something happen.
Haley Fisher indecisive there. Didn't know whether to bump it or set it forward on the pass.
That's got to be pretty tough. Do I bump it? Do I set it? It's like in baseball. Do I catch it with my glove up? Do I catch it with my glove down? And every once in a while, you're just going to get beamed with the ball.
Yeah.
As a good serve there by the Ironman. That was an ace, Patrick?
Indeed it was, by Lauren Kirby, the senior for the Ironman. She's got another. Hanley, nice pass up front to Zimmerman. Back set to Blues. And it's a kill for number 32, and the Snowbirds have an 8-point lead. Schultz checks back in for the Snowbirds. She's in for number 2, Fisher. And Kinsey Jeffers will try her jump serve again.
She gets a little advice from Coach Schultz. I'm guessing he said, give me an ace right now.
I think he just said, get it in.
And that's exactly what she did.
Bluest, Zimmerman. It'll go back to Bluest. Just got to get it over. She does. Davis on the kill off the net. It's going to say it hit the antenna. Snowbird point.
So the antenna is out of bounds. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what Schultz said to Kenzie. Kenzie, I don't care if you're running or standing at the line. I don't care if you're jumping 360s. Just get that ball over the net.
I mean, I think so. She's just kind of high-fiving it over. Nothing too fancy here. Schultz saves it at the back line. Zimmerman back pass to Schultz. What a great, what a great back pass that was. Zimmerman on the bump pass up to Schultz. It was perfect placement. Just a little bit too much on it from Schultz.
And that would have been one of the highlights there for the Snowbirds, but just out of bounds as the referee almost gets domed by one of the Ironman players. You would have thought he just made a bad call, Patrick. Do you think she was going for him?
Maybe he was a little frustrated.
I think she looked right at him before she hit it.
We'll have to run that one. We'll have to run that one back as Zimmerman gets an ace.
Just frustrated. I'm going to take this out on everyone. Just going to send a shot into the crowd. Good timeout there by Mancelona. Dang, down by 9 points. It's got to be a good pep talk right here, Patrick, to get him back into this game.
I mean, if you're Coach Davis, what do you tell your Ironman team? Just communicate more? Or, I mean, what's the message here?
You know, just communicate, but maybe this was something that could have been fixed at practice. You know, unfortunately, at this point, you can't. I mean, there isn't a whole lot you can do except keep your team motivated, tell them not to get up in the huddle. You know, you can't tell them, hey, communicate better. They're going to go out and automatically communicate better. But you can tell them, keep playing as a team, keep working hard, don't get your heads down. You know, you're down by 9 points. You can still come back. The Denver Nuggets have been down 3-1, I want to say, in both series in the NBA, and they're able to come back this year. So comebacks can happen, definitely. Coach has got 20 seconds left. Like I said, I don't know what she's telling them. I'm assuming Pat Schultz is telling his team to just keep your head in it, keep dominating. St. Mary's, they're getting a bump and a set and a spike just about every time the ball goes on their side. The Ironmen are struggling right now. Sometimes they only get 2, sometimes they only get 1, and they aren't able to get a lot of solid spikes. So I don't know what the pep talk is. I'm not much of a volleyball guy. I'm pretty much telling the girls, don't give up, keep your head in it. We can come back and communicate as a team.
I mean, that was a pretty good message, I think. Abby Zimmerman has a chance to close out the second set, give the Snowbirds a 2-0 advantage. She's got a 9-point lead with 4 points to go in the second set. Her serve's up and deep. Goodness gracious. Snowbirds just need that one in from their senior leader. Instead, checking in for the Ironman is Chastity Vassold, and she'll get the serve, the junior. Jump and serve there. Harbin. Zimmerman sets it right up the gut to Schultz. Schultz back to Zimmerman. She'll go right back to Ava Schultz with the kill. That time it's in.
Just keep feeding her, Patrick. Bump, set, feed Schultz. Bump, set, feed Schultz. Bump, set, feed Schultz. that's a recipe for disaster for the Ironman right now. And a nice dig there by the Ironman #1, Lauren Kibbe. But the ball goes right over the net. St. Mary's once again able to get a bump set spike and a mistake there again by Gracie Blust. I wish we would have been keeping track of how many missed serves St. Mary's has had so far. I mean, they would be way in the lead right now if they weren't making mistakes like that.
The second set would be over, I think.
I think you'd be right, Patrick.
Cadence Davis has it. Good spot there. Gilling unable to come up. Schultz stepped away to give Claire a chance, but just a good spot there by Davis.
Ball had a little spin on it. Looked like one of those spin serves.
Jeffers, Zimmerman, Hanley. Nice little touch, a deep touch over the net. Davis to Wilcox. Nice kill there by Madison Wilcox, the senior. And the Ironman making a little bit of a run. All of a sudden, it's just a 6-point set, 22-16. As Davis will have another serve.
And the set right there, a little behind for Wilcox. She's able to still get a good spike up and a point there for the Ironman.
Jeffers needs it over. She gets it. Free ball for the Ironman. Another nice kill. That time, number 9, Amelia Spires, the sophomore. And Coach Schultz needs a timeout. This time we'll step away. When we come back, we'll have the conclusion of set number 2 from the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, timeout's broken here in the second set. Snowbirds 5-point lead, but the Lady Ironmen are storming back here in the second set, trying to make this close. Cadence Davis has the service, her third consecutive. Davis's serve is up and over. Jeffers, Zimmerman, back to Schultz. It's out. Schultz unable to find the area, and it's all of a sudden a 4-point game.
That's right, Patrick. That's the thing with volleyball. It can happen just like that. All Mancelona has to do is keep the ball in play.
Davis gets it. Jeffers, Zimmerman sets up Hanley with the kill. It's in. Nice job, Eliza Hanley. Just what the Snowbirds needed. I think they were probably expecting there a back set to Ava Schultz. Instead, Zimmerman decided to give the kill to Hanley.
I believe that is what happened, but again, the game is that close. You have to go for it. If it's a close call, you have to go for the ball. If you don't hear your team screaming out, you got to get that ball.
Ava Schultz, nice service over. Nice, again, a third block of the match for Harbin. And Mancelona's got to get a free ball over there. Zimmerman gives it to Jeffers on the kill, gets it, and the Snowbirds are a point away from winning the second set. So Harbin, Hanley, Zimmerman, Schultz, Dilling.
And what do you do on that one? You jump up to block the ball, it hits off your arm and goes directly into the ground. There's not much you can do about that, but great job there by Kinsey Jeffers as St. Mary's looks to get this last point and wrap this game up.
Set point, Zimmerman, back to Harbin. She gets it. Snowbirds win set 2, final score 25-18. Nice job to stay with it there for St. Mary's. They held off a late rally for the Ironmen, and they get the set victory. I'm going to step aside, sanitize the headset, and hand it over to Brady Hunter, and Jack and him are going to talk this week's matchup versus Forest Area.
Oh, I can't wait. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Everyone knows Brady Hunter did a great job. If you're a St. Mary person, of course, you know Brady Hunter, great athlete for the Snowbirds, comes from a great family. Brady, how did you like color commentating for the first time last week? You seem pretty confident. What did Michelle and Jeff have to say about it?
Yeah, that was definitely fun. It was a good experience to do. Yeah, my parents were listening. From Wyoming, and yeah, they said I did a good job. So
awesome. Well, great for you to still be involved. Big upcoming game here for the Snowbirds. They're coming off a 57-6 victory against Central Lake. Dominating performance by them. They were up 38-0 at halftime as they rolled right over Central Lake. Brady, what can you tell us coming up for this game here with the Snowbirds taking on the Forest Area? What is Forest Area's mascot? The Warriors?
Yeah, the Warriors.
Warriors. Okay.
Yeah, another big matchup, Ski Valley matchup for the Snowbirds. But yeah, they're going to be looking to clean up those penalties. Although they did trample the Trojans pretty good, they had a lot of penalties, and then the offensive pass blocking was a little lacking for the Snowbirds. So they'll definitely be looking to clean that up. But other than that, they did great offensively. They're probably going to continue to rely on Chris Kashoniak, Brody Jeffers, Conrad Cordy, and Dominic Heister for most of their offense. And defensively, Ian Cool, I expect to be a beast again.
Yeah, they did a great job last week. Okay, so I remember when I played football, there would be some fields that I would go to that I would either hate or I would really love, whether it was the stadium was set up weird, there were weird lines on the field, it was one of those fields that was a soccer field or also a football field. Is there anything unique, pros and cons, that you can tell us about going to this Forest area field?
Not necessarily unique to their field, and Coach O'Connell wouldn't let any of those excuses fly.
I bet not.
It's just a field on a Friday night, as he always says, and still the same amount of time, still the same grass on the ground. So, yeah, Snowbirds will come out ready to play.
Yep. So last year, you guys had dominating performances, and you had 82-6 was your first game of the year, something insane like that. Yep. So the Snowbirds coming off a 57-6 win, which again they rolled right over them. What is O'Connell telling his team to keep them humble? And you would know best since you experienced that last year.
Yeah, O'Connell's very good at keeping them humble. He's just going to tell them that there's better competition to come, and they just got to keep working through these games to use them as stepping stones to get better for the future.
Brady, before you go, give me a prediction for this game coming up here on Friday.
I think it's going to be the same score as the Trojans.
Same score as the Trojans. That's what we like to hear. Everyone, big shout out to Brady Hunter. If you see him, make sure don't give him a hug or a handshake. Maybe give him some knuckles. Let him know he did a great job. Hopefully we can keep getting him on this broadcast here in the future. Thanks again, Brady.
Yeah, thank you, Jack.
Did you sanitize this, Brady? All right, cool.
Thank God.
We're underway 0-0 in the third set. Thanks to Brady Hunter for joining our broadcast last Saturday night for football. Like Jack said, hopefully we'll have him on for more football expertise, as he was a standout for Coach O'Connell's 8-man football squad throughout his whole high school career. Zimmerman back step to Blues. Nice kill, but it's dug up there nicely by Chastity Vassold, and the Ironmen have a chance at one, and they get a good kill. How about that? Madison Wilcox looks like a different player here in that third set, and they get a 1-point lead.
And Wilcox, that's her second set in a row where she's had a successful spike. Look for the Ironmen to keep going to her, as the Ironmen have to get a win. You do not want to be swept in conference play.
Harbin, nice bump, gets it over. This time she'll touch. Nice job, Zimmerman. Wow. She doesn't always go for that kill, but when she does, she just does it at the right time. She has a really nice feel for when to make the attack rather than set up one of her main players, which is her main role.
Yeah, and that's just good volleyball intuition right there, and she's an excellent server, as the Ironman said it right to Hanley. Good job there by Hanley, but the Ironman keeping this ball alive. Oh, as looked like Hanley bumped into Schultz on that one, Pat.
I think a little miscommunication there, a little mistimed jump there by Ava Schultz as well, but that's all right. Early in third set, they're up 2-0. You can work out some kinks like that, as we have a substitution in. For Mancelona comes number 3, Sarah Harris. She's in for Lauren Kirby. Senior for senior switch, and Davis has the serve, another senior for the Lady Ironmen. Her service is up and over. Harbin, Zimmerman back to Hanley, tries to touch it over, but it's a little bit too far of a pass there for Zimmerman into the net, and it's 3-1.
And for the first time in this game, the Snowbirds find themselves down by 2.
You kind of felt a little bit momentum shift late in that second set.
As it looks like they're making the call. I think they're calling Candace Davis stepped over the line on the serve.
Okay.
Looks like the coach is in disagreement. But hey, if I was the coach, I'd also disagree too. I'd say no way, referee.
Got to plead your case. Gracie Blues has the serve. It's a good one. Dug up though by the Ironmen. They got to get it over here. Little free ball. Hanley, Zimmerman, back set for Schultz. Ooh, nice dig though by the Ironmen. Touched over. Jeffers, Blues, Zimmerman gets it over, and we'll let this rally go.
This could be a big momentum shift right here. Long volley. Someone's gonna come on top. Oh, good block there by the Ironmen.
Gilling for Blues on the Snowbird side. Coming in for the libero was Elizabeth Angle. Nice serve. Zimmerman punches it over. An aggressive serve there. Oh, they got to get it over, and they do. Just late communication was enough. Back set Schultz. Here comes the kill. High bump into the You can't play that.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what happens if it goes up It hits the rafters, and it lands on St. Mary's side. See, if I'm at the net, I'm going to spike it right off those rafters and hope it launches down. Do you get a point on that since it's not out of bounds?
We'll have to ask
I wish
Ralph
we had
after the
Brady
game.
over here. He would know. He would know.
He'd at least make an opinion that sounded informed if he didn't.
If Brady didn't if Brady didn't know, he would definitely explain it in the way that St. Mary's would come out on top of that rule.
Great rally here. Schultz has to get it over. She smacks it. Oh, just a little bit too deep. Excuse me, that was Jeffers having to get it over.
That's good volleyball right there, Patrick.
It
You love to
was.
see it. A great serve over.
Dare I say,
Volley here, volley there.
excellent volleyball.
Excellent volleyball.
That's just some
Quote of the year.
excellent volleyball. Jeffers. Uh-oh. Little indecisive was Wilcox there. Didn't know how she should hit it over, and it goes into the net. Snowbirds trail by one, chance to tie it with Eliza Hanley at the service line.
And it looks like they're not going to worry about subbing out Schultz as she is still in the game. She's in the back row right next to Hanley.
Zimmerman,
Wow.
again, that's her
Wow.
third kill of the night, and all three. She just kind of got to decide when she's going to strike.
And she hasn't made a lot of mistakes, Patrick,
Nope.
that's the kind of player she is. If she's in the back row, she's moving up and setting in the front. Like you said, she's about 3 for 3 right now in those plays.
There's
That's
an
an
ace,
ace
for Hanley.
right there by Hanley. But 3 for 3 in those plays of do I set it or do I spike it? And obviously Schultz trusts her, Coach Pat Schultz trusts her to make those plays, and she's proving why she deserves to be in that leading position.
Hanley's third is up and over. Nice dig there by Wilcox. Hanley, Zimmerman over for Jeffers for the kill. Nice job by Kinsey Jeffers. Perfect spot. And Haley Fisher will check in for the Birds. She's in for Ava Schultz, so Haley Fisher will go to the back row as Hanley gets her fourth consecutive serve.
That has to be so defeating. The ball's flying at you, and you're thinking, oh, this is for sure out of bounds. You move your hands out of the way, and you just watch the ball land, no doubt, inbounds.
Fisher, nice dig coming right off the bench, getting a touch, and Gilling has to get it over. She does. Good communication there by the Snowbirds. And that one's deep. Another point for St. Mary's, and we'll see if Coach Davis needs a timeout. She does.
Good call, Pat.
We'll take a 60-second break. When we come back, the midway point here in the third set on Next Level Broadcasting.
I'm getting snapped at here.
We're back.
High pressure work environment.
There's an ace for Hanley as we break the timeouts. We were just off air discussing player of the game. Stay tuned for that in our post-game show. We have a nice prize for the winner of
A nice prize. It's a
nice-
secret, though.
It is a secret. Stay tuned to find out player of the game and what they will receive. Tough over there for Wilcox and the Lady Ironman, and all of a sudden, Jack, the Snowbirds have gone on quite the run.
They're up by 5 now, Patrick. And for Wilcox, you know, that spike right there in the last one, unsuccessful because she was so far back. Their
Yeah.
other 2 were successful. When you're that far back, you just got to get the ball over the net,
I
spiking
think
it right.
just give him a free ball, Jack. Give him a bumper, a set right over, as Zimmerman was at the line, but it wasn't going to get over the net anyways.
Because you still, if you just get the ball over the net, you still got a chance to dig and get the ball
Yeah.
right back. I mean, your best chance is to score on a spike. You have no chance to score if you hit the ball right into the net.
That is the most insightful volleyball wisdom I've heard all season. You have
Don't
no
hit
chance
the ball
to score
into
if
the
you
net.
hit it right into the net.
And what was the
I'm
other?
gonna write that down on the Jack Cordy Book of Volleyball.
What was the quote? The quote is that, and just keep it in bounds. Just keep the ball in bounds.
Just keep it in bounds. Don't hit it into the net.
What was the quote that Jeffers gave us? If you're disciplined, if you're okay. What did he say, Pat?
Yeah, we were talking to Brody Jeffers, one of the Snowbird quarterbacks, before the game. He said, if you're bad but disciplined, you can look okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you're bad and undisciplined, you're going to look bad.
Yeah, as long as that's with volleyball, with basketball.
It's
I mean,
really
just about,
true of anything.
Just
Jack.
really
Not even
anything.
sports.
Yeah. If you suck, it doesn't really matter. If you try hard, you're gonna have at least some success.
Gilling, Zimmerman, Jeffers, nice little touch, goes with the changeup. Can the Ironman recover? This one's got to be over, and it is. What a great recovery for the Ironman. And it was, in the end, Cadence Davis. Madison Wilcox had a touch on it right on the near side. And a nice job by Davis, and that's the point that the Ironman needed to end the Snowbird streak.
And those are the plays that they got to take advantage of. A great hit over, and now they got the momentum going their way. They got to get another point up there.
Kinsey Jeffers gets it over. They're going to set up Davis for the kill. Dug out there by Hanley, now Gilling, then Zimmerman. Free ball over for the Ironman. Back set there, dug up by Fisher, saved by Jeffers, and Harbin gets it over.
Great volley right now.
Gilling, Zimmerman, back set for Harbin. Nice touch, and she gets the kill.
Pat, one of those other ones, she winds up, think the ball is going to go 100 miles an hour, and it drops right in between all the Ironmen. It's amazing. 6 people on that small area, and Snowbirds are able to find it right in between all the Ironmen.
You know, it goes in the scorebook the same as a 100-mile-an-hour kill. You just got to find that spot and hit it.
Just don't hit the ball in the net.
No, great job here by Fisher, Zimmerman, and then Jeffers to get it over. Fisher and Zimmerman both punch it, and then Jeffers got it over. Going to be tough here.
Oh.
Right off the back of Ralph. Ooh.
Ralph, you got to catch it, man. Like,
no,
you're
it's still in play off him.
You know, my dream is for the ball to fly over here, Pat, and I catch it right before it hits it. I look like a hero. If I'm a referee on top of there, I'm trying to make a diving catch off there, make it on SportsCenter top 10. Maybe I lose a hit, but hey, I'm on SportsCenter.
Zimmerman gets it over for the Birds. Harbin, Zimmerman again punches it over this time. They're going to try to set up Davis, and they do. McKinley gets it. Zimmerman can punch it over, that time too far.
And that's got to be the first mistake she's made all game, Pat. Yep. It seems like it.
Snowbirds lead cut to 6. Emily Bennett, senior at the service line. 2 dribbles and a smack. McKinley bumps it. Zimmerman. Far side Jeffers. Just a little bit too deep. And the lead is now 5.
The Snowbirds don't want to let this game close. They're up 2-0 right now. People want to get out of this gym. It's getting late. It's getting past my bedtime. People want to get out of here. The Snowbirds got to come up with this victory. Nice job there. Good communication by the Snowbird bench, able to call it out of bounds. Good job by Harbin, ducking out of the way. Snowbirds up by 6 right now, looking to, as we got Ava Schultz checking in right now for Haley Fisher. Jeffers to serve.
Kinsey's first is up and over. That's a nice serve, Jack. Setting up the kill, though. Blocked by Zimmerman at the net. Snowbird point.
Yeah, she's got ups, Patrick.
Yeah.
She's got some ups.
Yeah. So does Kinsey Jeffers on her serve.
Yeah, that was a very good serve. The other ones, it seems like she's just placing it right in, but now, like that one right there, she's switching it up. That's got to confuse the defense.
Free ball over here. Bluest. Zimmerman, back set. Nope, it's coming this way to Bluest, and a nice kill. I thought she was going to go back set to Schultz, and Jack, when you have Zimmerman in the middle setting and the option to go to Bluest or to Schultz on either side of the court, that's just a lot of weapons up front for the Snowbirds.
That's deadly, especially when one's a lefty and one's a righty.
Exactly.
And right now they're both doing a great job of not just spiking it right down, but spiking it across the court into the corners where the Ironmen are not. As the ball just dances up there in the rafters again, you can't do anything about that, Pat.
And Coach Davis wants to step outside. When we come back, we should have the end of this set. Snowbirds 7 points away from taking this match 3-0 against the Ironmen. You're watching and listening live on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, we're back for the end of this set, for the end of this match.
Cameraman is MIA. Looks like he's getting some good chiropractic advice from Brian Oliver.
Kinsey Jeffers with the serve.
He's got the notepad out. He's taking notes. He's taking notes. As good job there by the Ironman, able to drop it right in between all the St. Mary players right there. Luke Dadema, he's running the stream and running the camera. He's a multitasker. We'll tell you what Charles is really doing once he gets back over here,
Pulling
folks.
double duty. Jeffers gets it. Zimmerman to Bloost. Nice kill. Dug up there by the Ironman. Wilcox gets it over. Harbin, Zimmerman, right ahead to Schultz. Gets the kill.
Wow. Great spike there by Schultz. And I think that's going to be Dadema's new nickname, Double Duty Dadema.
I want to go on record and say that Charles said he was going to be back in 30 seconds, and it's been at least 2.5 minutes. Zimmerman gets the serve over. 6 points away from a Snowbird victory tonight here at the Kaminsky. Wilcox, that's in.
Oh. The ref called it in.
It was in.
Line judge called it out. Obviously, the referee overrules the line judge, so
It was in.
good call there by the referee. Mancelona down by 9. They need to get some kind of run. Once St. Mary gets to 20, it's going to be tough for them to come back. You don't want to let this lead go to double digits.
Jeffers off the net. Zimmerman. Schultz gets it over. She plays it off the net better than anyone I've seen so far this year. Nice job by Schultz. Little flick of the wrist and over the net. Snowbirds have a 10-point lead, 4 away from the victory with Gracie Blues going to the service line.
And it's so funny seeing all these. Every team has got a little bit of the celebration, whether it's a set, a spike, an ace, whatever it is.
Blues gets the ace.
And
Snowbirds 4 away.
the ball is coming into the net, coming right off. Zimmerman is the only one in the gym. I mean, she even did it last week against East Jordan. The only one in the gym that has the patience to wait for it to go off the net and then get it up in the air.
Blue serve. Tough bump there. Mancelona, free ball over. Zimmerman. Hanley. Schultz, just get it over, and she does late. Setting up Wilcox for the kill. Blues is back there. Just a little bit off her fist. Claire Gilling wants to sub in for Blues, and she will.
And Madison Wilcox is one of these key players right now. She's the one that's maybe had the most success with the Ironman, but they just unfortunately have not been able to get the ball to her that much to make plays.
Oh, nice job
Good
off
save.
the net that time by Hanley. Wilcox has another chance at it. Nice dig. Good position there by Harbin. Hanley on the kill. Finds a hole over in that one position area. And now Snowbirds are 3 points away from a victory with the big, powerful service of sophomore Ava Schultz coming up.
And a long volley like that, the Ironman just fall asleep. Good job there by Hanley, able to read the spot. That's got to be tough, Patrick, reading the spot where they're not and hitting the ball over at the same time.
Schultz gets the ace, and the Snowbirds are 2 points away.
Pat, I think we're the loudest ones in this gym.
No, I'm getting self-conscious.
Big lead right here for the Snowbirds.
Another nice serve. Dug up by Zimmerman. Tough play here. Gilling off the wall.
And you can play it off the wall, right? Can you play it off anything?
Let's go to rules expert Luke Dadema.
Double duty Dadema, what you got for
Off
us?
the wall?
You can play off the wall.
All right.
What happens if you make it in the hoop?
You get an extra 5.
That's pretty sweet.
Jeffers on the kill. She's got it. Partial block at the net. And the Snowbirds are 1 point away from a match victory, and Eliza Hanley has the service.
Snowbirds doing a great job right now. Eliza Hanley just get the ball over the net. Let's get a victory here for the Birds.
Hanley, nice serve. Almost ended it on an ace. Ironman get it over, blocked at the net there by Zimmerman. Oh, and a nice touch there. Keeping this game alive. Number 2. No name on my roster for number 2, but she made a nice play.
She did make a nice play pass. She was able to make the block, fell down, got up, spiked it, and got the point. That's some all hustle right there.
Lauren Kirby, the senior, has it. Hanley, Zimmerman. Can Harbin end it? Yes, she can with the kill. And the Snowbirds take the Ironman down in straight sets, 25-15, 25-18, 25-14 for Charles Strail, Luke Dadema, and Jack Cordy. Wait, we got to do player of the game.
Well,
we're gonna take a 15-second break.
Good call, Pat.
When we come back, we'll have the player of the game and their prize on Next Level Broadcasting. Welcome back into high school volleyball here on Next Level Broadcasting. Our player of the game for tonight's matchup, Abby Zimmerman.
Woo!
Now we'll tell you folks what Abby gets tonight. She is going to get buy one, get one on her next purchase from Next Level Sandbag, maximum 5. So possibly 10 sandbags coming in the way of Abby Zimmerman. We'll see if she needs it. That's one heck of a prize. Thank you to our sponsors tonight, Datama Media, and of course our flagship sponsor, Next Level Sandbag. For Charles Strail, Luke Datama, Jack Cordy, I'm Pat O'Connor. Folks, we're back with you Friday night in Forest area. If you don't want to make the trip down to Fife Lake, you don't have to. We'll have it right here, youtube.com/nextlevelbroadcasting. Tune in Friday night, Snowbirds, Warriors. We'll have it for you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.